The Vigo County Commissioners in session. Start with Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. You want to go ahead up? Review minutes? What?
Yeah, I was going to say, we could start with the review of minutes and the claims, possibly from the Vigo County Auditor.
Sure. We've got minutes for February 23rd for approval.
Yep, I have no issues. Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor by aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
And then we've got the claim docket for February 20th through 26th in the amount of $1,966,266.12.
Any questions about that?
Good.
I don't have any. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All by aye?
Aye.
Aye.
The next
Then,
item.
Just one, if you're interested in looking at it, the annual report's been posted on Gateway and it's available for viewing.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, on that note, I was online trying to find the tax sale info, certificate sale info on the webpage, and it's not fluid. I know we've had like 160 or something people already registered, so people are finding it.
I haven't tried to find it, so what is it,
No.
hard to find on there, or?
Yeah, it doesn't, if Joe Q's trying to figure out information about it, they're not gonna find it. Let me double check real quick, if that's okay with you guys.
Sure. Let's get her cleared up.
Let me see.
I don't see, Joey's not in here, is he? Yeah, and it's hard to find your department anyway. See, I know, and we're working on that, but there's nothing in here, and in order for me to find you, I got the auditor. Yeah, I mean, so you're seeing the challenges so if,
Well, that's pretty cool.
I know, but I went to SRI's website, and then they want you to go to Zeus, and then in order to get on Zeus, you have to create an account. So, there's no way. Well, I could have figured it out. I did, but I already have an account from last year. So unless you have an account on Zeus, you're not gonna be able to find the listings, so, okay. We can work on that later today, probably.
Well, I think you'll have to have an account with Zeus, though, won't you?
You have to, but you can't see any information about the
That's
certificate sale unless and you have to sign up for an account and to get any information. Which I know a lot of people, we don't want to sign up for accounts
Right.
just to do it. We want info. See, you can't find it either, can you?
It just takes me to the Zeus.
Right, which to me
Well,
looks like some website that
maybe-
I don't want to join.
You know, maybe we just posted you want people to just be able to look without registering.
Yeah, because it's kind of intimidating, really. It's
Well,
not what I would call user-friendly.
Maybe we could just post a list.
So you can download the spreadsheet, or you can download the Excel file of all the properties, but in order to do that, you have to sign up for an account. If there was,
What I'm saying, maybe we can just post. We've got PDFs of all the.
that would be perfect. If there's like in the document center, a PDF, of the properties in the commissioner's sale, that would be perfect. What do you guys think? Because that way they can just go to our website and download it.
Then there may not be anything they want, so they don't
Or
have to
maybe
sign up for an account.
What about a link to the newspaper publication or something like that?
Yeah, just something on there because it doesn't.
Well, it's just public knowledge, publishing in a newspaper or whatever,
Well,
right?
It is like 3 times, that's.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
so
right.
That's what I was
Yeah.
saying, maybe put a link, well, the Tribune publication, if that's possible, I don't know.
Well, then they can navigate, yeah. so-
Well, and logically,
But on here, it's, you got to sign up for the,
it's known as the commissioner's certificate sale, so
Yeah,
a
it is.
person's going to search on the commissioner's page, not the auditor's page, because
Yeah, there's a link on there, but it just takes you to the Zeus. Yeah.
what does it say, Calissa? Does it say? Right. Yeah, it says 2020 sale on there. And that's,
For 2021.
Yeah,
but if you go on the main page, it's not obvious that that's what it is, right? See, I'm not seeing that.
It's right here, Brent. County News.
In the county news section. Okay. Well, maybe that would work then.
where's that take you?
It takes you to Zeus's website. You still have to log in. See
So
the-
mine takes it to a jump page, this one. Is that what
Yeah.
yours did? And
Yeah.
then you click on Zeus auction.
Yeah.
But then to do that, you have to register. It doesn't tell us anything about that. And then once you get in there, then it pulls up all the auctions that they have, so you have to scroll through to find the Vigo County one
Well, probably the simplest,
here, but
to register for the auction, is that's my understanding of your,
and the easier it is for people to access, the better chance we have of somebody add into it. They're not gonna be, they're gonna be less apt to bid on the properties.
so if I've got a place next door to me and I'm interested in it, and I know that it's going to be coming in tax sale, I just want to be able to look it up, say, hey,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, so this is the certificate sale, so it's already past the tax sale. So this is the, nobody's wanted in the previous, 3 sales? Is that how that works, Jim?
well.
Or 2
Some
sales?
of them more than that, they didn't purchase, nobody attempted to purchase them in the fall sale.
Yeah, so this is the bottom of the barrel in the process would be the
Okay.
way to look at it, I guess. But they can get it for $250 minimum, right? Of course, they'd have their attorney fees and stuff on top, but if it's hard for people to access the information, or if it's challenging, then they're gonna be less apt to. But for some people, that they want that. A lot of these guys that are trying to bid on properties, they don't want people to know, I would assume, but we need to make it easy to find.
Well, you can go door to door.
800 something properties, isn't that what we have?
Well, I mean, all you got to do is get the 8 hour properties, then go to the neighbor next door and knock on their door and see if you want it.
I'll fit that in my schedule.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right, and item number 3 on the list is consideration of resolution ratifying the joint fiber optic agreement. This is just taking care of a little bit of old business where we entered into that joint agreement with Joink and the school corporation to reimburse for their fiber optic construction. It's already been entered into, but there was only one signature page for the commissioners to sign, so it essentially just ratifies that this board allows Commissioner Kearns to sign on their behalf, and we can go forward with the agreement that's already in place.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Make a motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, by aye?
Aye.
Okay.
Next order of business is we received an agreement from Sentinel Services Monitoring. Essentially what they do is GPS monitoring and other services and things like that for the county. You can pick basically like the type of service. It's basically a lot of that's client-based on just what everybody wants. But essentially, it's an agreement just to do monitoring for the county on their behalf.
Is that for community correction?
Yeah.
You have anything you want to add, Bill?
Bill Watson, I'm Director of Court Services. That system is used primarily with the pretrial program. We're using it now. Due to COVID, they've made some enhancements that makes it a little bit easier for the offenders. So as opposed to just sticking those enhancements on and saying, you have these now, I ask them to just redo a contract with that, showing what those enhancements were that we were getting, so they can't take them off later and say that's not something we agreed to. That's really all it is. We've been using it for a couple of years, the same company, since pretrial started.
Okay. Any other questions, Bill?
Nope. Motion to approve the agreement.
Next order of business is, there are two different things that we received from joint service agreements. One's order 4511 and the other's order 4520. This basically deals with installation of things at the jail that have already been discussed, the internet that will be provided, and getting started on the dark fiber optic cables that they want to install. So it's just getting everything rolling so they can start doing their initial work.
Okay. Any other comment?
Second.
Aye. Aye. Okay.
Next thing on the agenda, and reviewing a couple, me and my father both looked it over. There's some different terms in there that we would like to renegotiate before possibly maybe the board considers signing it. One such thing is if the expenses of termination, even if they terminated, that's not a term we especially like. And we want the liability insurance not just to be the cost of the service, but to be whatever the maximum it is for the insurance provider. So we'd like a chance to negotiate with them and hopefully get some different terms that are maybe a little bit more favorable to the county. And I have a letter to that effect if you guys want to review it and the agreement.
So, Larry, to the consultant, it will just be negotiated at this point. There's no real hurry, no rush for this one, just a, timeline, just when we get it going, so. No rush, we can absolutely work that stuff out, we can wait on that, so.
I apologize, I should have called you up, sorry about that.
No, that's fine, that's no problem. I got the email yesterday, I think I was out of the office yesterday afternoon, so I forwarded it to them this morning, so for their review, and we'll just wait to see what they have to say about it, and we'll go from there, so
Construction
it's
companies,
not,
if you let them get away with it.
this isn't like a typical NDOT contract that we can't change anything on, so sometimes, some of these contracts are driven by NDOT that we absolutely can't make any changes to, but this is not one of those, so.
Yes, that's fair.
Yeah, with a state agency, that's not going to happen, so.
Right. So just a little background, these are two bridges, it's 310A and 310B, these are the bridges out on Fruit Ridge Avenue. This is superstructure work, so deck replacement on these structures. Once I get design and everything, we'll figure out the cost to figure out when we go to the actual construction, so. But it should be late this year or early next year.
So we can wait for this agreement or for the response?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're okay
This
with
is
that?
no rush, there's no time schedule for this. I need to get these things replaced because they are load rated, and with the industrial park up there, I do have a lot of complaints from, the trucking industry up there in that neighborhood of
We need to table
being able to utilize those bridges, so.
No, we can just move on from
Just
it.
move on. Okay. All right, we'll just move on now.
At the request of Commissioner Schweitzer, we added this RACOM agreement regarding Motorola Public Safety and Jail Communications package, where essentially they're offering services just for communication throughout the jail. I don't know if anybody has anything more to add or present on that, but it seems fairly straightforward, just the equipment they're going to install and provide for communications.
But for clarifications for the new ball rolling.
Yeah, I apologize for that. Should
No,
have
it's,
clarified that.
no, it's fine. Just, I'm doing that more for myself. So I'll go ahead and make a motion that we move forward with the agreement with Raycom for the new jail to improve radios.
Yeah, just to clarify even further, it includes engineering, mapping, equipment, labor, the installation, the equipment, all of it. So, I'll second.
All those by, favor by aye? Aye. Okay.
Next item's kind of dealing with a little bit of old business. It's going back to the lease that we have with Lucabo Incorporated on our local property here. They've been under the process. Everything looks pretty normal to me. They do want, though, if it's signed by the commissioners, to be notarized by for each commissioner's signature too. So that is just one little addition that's possibly in there, but it seems pretty much kosher and normal to me. I don't know if Mike has something to add on that.
I do not. The memorandum of lease is the final step in the process. The Carolina with Tim and their plan upon execution of this is to record it and provide the county with a notice of their occupancy, essentially. And my understanding is, commence work on the project.
Yeah, we got to get prepared. Nelly. So, do we just need to make a motion on the memorandum of lease?
Correct.
To approve? Okay, motion to approve the memorandum of lease.
I'll second that one. I'm really trying to think of a Nelly reference, though, to tie it into, and I'm struggling.
Hot in here.
That's all right. All favor aye?
Aye.
We've already used this getting hot in here too much, haven't we? And it is cold in here right now, so we can't.
Okay.
And I'm surveying the crowd. Only a few of them are getting that
I-
reference, so we'll bring you guys up to date about Nelly.
Okay, any other comment from our businesses or Beagle County representatives? Council meeting tonight, sunshine meeting tonight at 5 or 6? 5? Pretty exciting times. Yes, Kevin?
Kevin Gardner, County Assessor. The Snyder Beacon, which is what most of the people look at, the taxpayers out there, they've got several layers that they can add, and I did have communications with them. I had a demonstration that was given, and I have given them the approval to add 2 more layers to the application. And what it is, one is a sales comparison layer, and I think this will help our office with people that file an appeal just because they believe their property is or isn't worth what the assessed value is. And what this does is this allows them to put in the criteria of their house, bedrooms, square footage, size of the yard, things like that. And then it will give them a comparison of all the properties in their neighborhood, and then it'll go out from there. So basically, it's giving them a mini appraisal. And I think at that point, that would give them some idea of where we are on our assessment level. I think that'll get rid of a large percentage of our appeals that we get filed each year. The other one that I was having them add, and I was a little leery about this because of, I know how people can be, it is a tax estimator. And I know when they did the referendum for the schools, the state, the LGF had a site out there where you could see how that was going to affect your property taxes. What this estimator will do is it'll allow you to put in your exemptions, your property and your assessed value, and it'll tell you, based on the criteria you give it, an estimate of what your taxes will be. What I think that's good about for is you wouldn't believe the number of calls that we field on people saying, what are my property taxes going to be? And the comment we have to give them is, we don't do taxes. We do assessments. There is going to be several disclaimers on this that says this is not a legal value, this is not a guaranteed bill, this is an estimate based on the information you gave. But I do think it's information people like to see. I mean, the number of people that told me they looked at the one on the DLGF's website was just astronomical, and I think it'd be nice to have it on Beacon. Those 2 layers are going to roll out April 1, so they'll be available to the public. The fee that's associated with this, it isn't a contract I had to sign into, it was just an additional fee for 2 extra layers. If it's well within my budget, I don't need anything extra, it'll already fit in. So I just wanted to get that out there, that those are going to be available as of April 1st. Then the last question I had was to Mr. Bramble. We are having hearings starting Monday for Peterbola. Is there any way you could come in and swear them in sometime around 9 in the morning? And the county's ratio study has been approved, so we're doing good there.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks, Kevin.
And I apologize, I went out of order a little bit on one. There is one other order of business. We got a message from the Family and Social Services Administration of Indiana regarding our Medicaid-like coverage that is provided to people in the jail. Our current agreement has expired, and so essentially that puts us on the hook for 100% of like Medicaid reimbursement costs for people that are currently in the jail. And essentially it's a state matching program where if you enter an agreement with them, they help people they help them apply, they help them get on Medicaid if there's someone that it does apply, and help save the county money. So they sent us a renewed agreement to enter into, which is totally standard, and it seems like it's what they offer to everyone just about as far as the state matching program. Just there are certain terms in there where you have to, of course, give people, try and get applied and get them on Medicaid if possible, but the state helps facilitate a lot of that. But we are currently expired on that, and so until we renew, we're 100% on the hook for Medicaid services.
So can we renew right now?
Yeah, they gave us a form to renew too, and so we have a contract. There's just one signature page though, so you have to ratify one person to sign on behalf.
So for the record, we'll just say that we're going to vote on renewing it, and then Mike can sign it after the meeting?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll make a motion that we renew the agreement.
I'll second.
Aye. Aye. Thank you. Is that the, what they call that 4 or 5 years ago when they started that? Was that the
I don't know.
Indiana 401 or I don't know, something? Okay, don't remember? Okay. I remember when we started signing up for that, getting all the kind of standard procedure now, get all the inmates if we can get them covered partially on it, I think. Is that right? Yeah.
There is a program to sign up everybody as they are
Yeah.
brought into the jail. They're questioned about their eligibility under HIP 2.0.
That's it.
HIP 2.0.
HIP 2.0, yeah, okay, all right. Yeah,
Health Indiana plan?
yeah.
Healthy Indiana plan.
Wonder when we'll get 3.0.
Well, I was at 401, so, you know, I
You're
don't know how I
close.
got there.
You're close.
All right,
His last name started with an S, and you find out it's Jones.
yeah, there you go. Any other public comment?
That's what I do.
All right. Well, then I would, recess this? Okay,
We phase out.
phase out. Thank you, guys.
All right. Yeah, I've got all the wonderful forms. Start rolling them down the line. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't seen that before, so I was like where they wanted it signed and notarized. Usually, you know, people don't lie about being commissioners.
Have you been around here very